What is going on YouTube? FitnessKensho here, and welcome to episode 5 of Meal Prepper with Kensho. Today we're going to keep it extremely simple, straight just pasta and potatoes for our carbs. So we got this Barilla pasta, protein. I think it has about 10 grams of protein per serving, so we're going to use that and mix it in with some extra lean ground beef, 96.4. And then we have some sweet potatoes that I'm gonna bake, chop them up in real tiny pieces, bake them up into little dices with some boneless chicken breasts. Alright, so just to give you guys a little update of what macros I'm following, I'm still cutting. So I think I got, what's the day? The 17th of April, I believe. So I still have about a month and a half, or 6-7 weeks to get to about 200 pounds. I'm currently 217, 218 around that range. I've been fluctuating a lot lately, and I started at 233. So I've been making great progress in the past, what is it? I think I've been cutting so far for about 6 weeks already, if I'm not mistaken. 6 or 7 weeks around there. But yeah, the current macros that I'm following is going to be, the calories is total 2,600. I'm doing 230 for protein. Sometimes I go over to 240 as well, depending, but I never go over 240, but I stay around 230, 240 range. Carbs are 262, and then my fats are moderately around 60 to 65 grams a day. So if you're someone who is following this type of macros, the serving, the portion size that I'm going to make for these meals may be something that's suitable for you. Alright? So without further ado, let's get started with this meal prep. First things first, we're going to start with the ground beef. This is extremely easy. I'll run through the recipe again because if you haven't caught the past Cooking with Kensho episodes, but I've done this a million times, we're always going to spray the pan with some olive oil spray just so it doesn't stick, and just put it at high heat. And all we're going to do is fill this up the packaging. And we're literally going to just toss it right there. Do the same thing with the next one. And just toss it. Now, all we're going to do is going to maneuver it a little bit just to break it down so that it cooks a little bit faster. Spray in the meantime is just going to be some lemon juice, just to like kill the, I guess, the ground beef kind of like taste to it a little bit. There we go. And we'll put the lid on it, and we'll leave this high for maybe a good 10 minutes or so, so it cooks thoroughly, and then we'll season it. So we'll check back on this in a little bit later, right? Alright, so now while the ground beef is cooking, we're going to start chopping up the chicken. So the chicken, we're going to grill it. So the way that we're going to slice it is going to be, I know in my past Cooking with Kensho, I kind of diced it up, sliced it, and then diced it up into little cutlets. These, we're going to try to keep it as whole as possible because we want it to look kind of like this, but thinner. So this type of size, like big chicken breast, but thin. Right? So obviously we gotta cut all this fat off this thing first. Any white areas I like to kind of take off because those are like the chewy areas that you don't want when you're actually like eating after it's cooked. So get rid of that first. I mean, if you like that chewy area, that's totally up to you. I don't like it, so I'm gonna remove it as much as I can, honestly. There's some that are right in the middle and they're hard to get to. Those I don't really care for, but if I can just cut it off from the side, that's what we're doing. Alright, so here we go. Oh, got a little more here. Yeah, so here we're just going to slice it. This one we could cut it to 3. So I'll just cut the top off there. There we go, one slice real thin, and then we'll cut another one. So as you can see, we got 3 slices in one chicken breast. So the good thing about this is that they season a little bit better. They don't taste too much like chicken, and they cook fast too. You'll see how we're gonna cook it when we put it on the grill. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna chop all these up, and then we'll go to like actually how we're gonna season the chicken. All right, stay tuned, guys. All right, so chicken is already sliced up. How I told you guys, right? I already got it washed. Now, first thing before we actually season the chicken is that we're gonna check out on the ground beef, make sure that it's cooking properly. So I haven't seasoned it yet, but I'm just gonna let the water kind of like just drain a little bit. So I'm just chop it up a little bit here, and now it looks like it's fully cooked. So now I'm gonna add the actual seasoning. So again, I'm gonna just run through it again. We go garlic powder, oregano, black pepper, cayenne pepper, give that a little kick, one thing that I've been trying new is paprika, to give it a little more of a kick. There you go. We're gonna move that around. Put this on high now so the water evaporates, because we gotta throw in the onions to cook with the actual beef shortly here. Oh yeah, I want to let you guys know, so this sparkling ice water is freaking amazing. So 0 calories, coconut pineapple. They come in different flavors, cherry limeade, what is another one, like orange Sessler or something like that, like ton of flavors, but 0 calories. This thing tastes amazing. Now if you are following macros and you do like to have a drink here and there, I would definitely suggest buying this versus like any other fruity juices, just to save on the calories and all the sugar and the carbs and stuff like that. So you're pretty much just focusing on just the calories and the alcohol, and you'll get somewhat of a drink that tastes kind of good with this drink. So definitely recommend buying this. Alright? Alright, so now let's go and season this actual chicken. So we're gonna season it with almost the same exact thing we did with the ground beef. So again, garlic powder, black pepper, cayenne pepper as well, oregano of course, and some lemon juice. Alright, I'll mix this up in a little bit, and then we'll just fast forward to when we're actually grilling the actual chicken. Alright, stay tuned, guys. Okay, so that ground beef is almost done, so we gotta get started on this chicken. So we're always gonna use this olive oil spray. The first one that I used kind of ran out, so we got another one here. So all there. Let that thing get real warm. Give it a second or two. So chicken is all seasoned up or whatever. If you missed the seasoning, again, it was garlic powder, black pepper, cayenne pepper, oregano, and lemon juice. Alright, we're gonna start having this thing sizzle here. we'll leave this for about maybe, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 to 8 minutes, and then we'll flip the sides. I like to get the burnt marks on them, so until I see the burnt marks, I'm not flipping it over. Alright, stay tuned, guys. Alright, so now we gotta get started with the sweet potatoes because those take a while to actually bake. So I like my sweet potatoes with the skin on. So we're gonna just wash the skin off, pretty well, just to get all any dirt off of it. Alrighty, so now, pretty much just how simple this is gonna be. We're gonna cut the edges off. And then the edges on the other, well actually we'll leave the edges on the other side. We'll just toss this one out because we don't need that. And we're just gonna cut it in real thin slices. So now you can see the sweet potatoes pretty much just as whole, but just chopped up. So we're gonna grab them maybe by like 4 slices each. Like down there. Gotta keep it all together. Then we're gonna go sideways. Mess that up. There we go. And then we got all these cubes. Let me go ahead and chop all of these, and I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so we got the sweet potatoes all chopped up now. Look at them, all diced up, right? So now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna get a baking pan right here, put some aluminum foil over it because we don't want it to stick. We're gonna put it in the oven for like about 400 degrees. Now you guys know what we're gonna put on this aluminum foil. We're gonna put some olive oil spray because we don't want it to stick. There we go. And now we're just gonna throw in all the sweet potatoes evenly in here. So we're going to season this real simple. We're just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it. I'm not even going to measure this, but just going to put a little bit just so it softens it up. Just across, and then up and down. There. Put a little. Sorry about that. Put a little bit of salt. And then we're going to put some pepper. Pepper. Perfect. Now all we're going to do, I'm going to just move it around here just so the olive oil kind of just moves it. Seasoning kind of mesh up together. There we go. Oven should be preheated, and it is. So now we just throw this in the oven. We'll check back on that in a little bit. Okay guys, so sweet potatoes are almost done. I think I got like maybe 10 to 15 more minutes. A couple of them are still a little bit hard, so I gotta soften up a little bit. And I still got like maybe one more round of chicken that I gotta grill. So I'm gonna start doing the pasta with the ground beef. I'm gonna just show you how to do one, and then you'll get the point after I just prep one. So my macros for this, I need to get a serving and a half, which gives me about 58 to 60 grams of carbs, I believe. Yeah, about 60 grams of carbs. So that equals out to 168 grams cooked. So I'm gonna just throw it in there. There you go. So 167, which is not bad. Okay. So now we're gonna use this ragu sauce. We got the sauteed onion and garlic. Now the recommended serving is half a cup, 90 calories, and like 14 grams of carbs. I'm only gonna use a quarter of a cup. I don't need that much sauce. So I'm just gonna pour a quarter into here. Maneuver it evenly there. And we'll leave it at that. And now comes the ground beef, so we got to change this unit. And we want 6 ounces of the ground beef. And we're just going to throw it on top of it. And 605. And there you guys have it, and voila. So there, now you got the pasta under it, obviously the sauce in between it, everything. Now when you microwave this, you can just shake it up and it'll be like all mixed together, or you can just leave it like that and just kind of like dig in your fork and eat some pasta with the ground beef. Delicious. So I'll start prepping all these meals, and I'll see you when I start prepping the grilled chicken with the sweet potatoes. Alright guys, so sweet potatoes are finally done, right over here. They're still cooling on, so I'm not going to grab it and show it to you. I'll probably bring it when I put it in the Tupperware. So I'm going to set one of these meals up. Just to tell you the measurements, we're doing 5 ounces of the grilled chicken. I will show you the grilled chicken. This thing looks amazing. This is why I like to grill the chicken, because of how it looks there. This thing looks like I could eat it right now. I'm starving right now, but look how amazing that looks, right? So we're going to do 5 ounces of the grilled chicken, because we have some extra protein from the actual pasta, because it's protein based and it has a little bit more per serving. So instead of doing my normal 5.5 of cooked grilled chicken, I'm only doing 5 ounces because I want to leave a little bit of protein just in case I get hungry in the evening, so I don't go over that macronutrient. So we're doing 150 grams of sweet potatoes, and then we're doing 5 ounces of the chicken. So we'll set this up here. Let's start with the sweet potatoes. Grams. 80. Nope, went over. 152. That's perfect. And now we just switch this over to ounces. And we just grab a couple pieces that we want. 2.5. I'll break this one in half. 540. Let me just take this piece off. 495. So there we have it. So this grilled chicken and sweet potatoes. Now, typically what I do with my chicken is I add either a little bit of either barbecue sauce, or just a regular barbecue sauce from Kraft, or I do a dinosaur Wango table sauce that got like a little kick to it, but all in moderation. So no more than like maybe a tablespoon, just to give it a little bit of flavor, even though it does taste good like this. All right. So let me set up the rest of my meals, and then we'll go pretty much show you a tour of like all the meals fully prepped. All right. So that concludes Meal Prepping with Kensho episode 5. Now, just want to give you kind of like a breakdown of the macros. Now, when it comes to the actual the grilled chicken with the sweet potatoes, again, the measurements were 150 grams of the baked sweet potatoes and then 5 ounces of grilled chicken. It comes up to 43 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbs, and then 5 grams of fat, totaling to a total calorie of 326. So extremely low. Just to keep being that I'm cutting, I don't want to eat high calorie foods anyway. So that's great. 300 range for one of those meals is perfectly fine for me, and I'm hitting my macros perfectly. And then for the next one, which is obviously the elbow pasta with the ground beef and the sauce, the calories for that is 555, which is a little bit higher, but you have to give it has more carbs because of the pasta. And then I have protein, I have 52 grams, carbs are 64, and then fats are 12. So that pretty much gives me a good, I usually eat 4 of these a day, so pretty much 2 ground beef with the pastas, and then 2 servings of the actual sweet potatoes with the grilled chicken. So now I have pretty much maybe about 850 calories to play with for breakfast. I can totally eat it all for breakfast, or I could just leave, I typically do like 600 calories for breakfast, and leave 200 for the evening. So I pretty much leave those 200 calories or 250 just in case I do catch some type of cravings. Because you do get cravings in the nighttime, and if you have no more calories, that's the number one trick when tracking macros. You don't want to go over your calories, you don't want to go over your macronutrients either. So that's pretty much one of the main concerns. Alright, so that wraps it up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys are liking these meal prep with Kenshos, please leave your comments below. Let me know that you like them and like the video, so that I can keep producing these for you, because these are real time consuming. So let me know if you guys are liking these videos, alright? I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.